I now call upon Neil Findlay to be followed by Stuart Stevenson.
Thanks, President Officer. The coal industry has a huge historic legacy in Scotland and across the UK, as people have mentioned, employing over 1.4 million at its peak and 150,000 across the Ayrshire, Lothian, Fife, Lanarkshire coalfields, as well as many other areas in Scotland, as Elaine Murray mentioned. And that went on until it was butchered by the Thatcher and Major governments. And I think we have to nail this once and for all, the garbage that Murdo Fraser comes away with, that it was somehow Arthur Scargill who closed down the industry. If we take that logic a step further, then presumably it was Scargill who closed the car industry, heavy engineering and the steel industry. Of course it wasn't. It was the ideology that Mr Fraser worships that closed those industries down. And certainly.
Is the member really telling us that a megalomaniac, hard-left union leader exploiting ordinary coal miners to try and bring down a democratically elected government is someone to be celebrated?
Neil Findlay.
I think Mr Fraser needs to stop taking the drugs, and if he wants to get evidence of a megalomaniac, then he only needs to look at his hero or heroine, more like. I would invite Mr Fraser, though, to continue his thesis and his debate in public, and if I could invite him at any point to Addiewell or Falthouse or Dalkeith Miners' welfare, and we can get the people along to listen to his views on the time, I think we could sell ringside seats and sell it out. However, some would say that the coal industry is a thing of the past, and I would disagree with that. Many people have mentioned, I think Helen Eady mentioned it most recently, about 75% of the coal still in the ground. And most of the activity is extracted through surface extraction methods, and I have had major disagreements with the industry over that over the years, particularly when they seek to extract coal right on the doorstep of residential properties, or where the benefits do not outweigh what is being done within the community. And good companies operate in a way in which you would hardly notice they're there, and a major example of that in my own area is the redevelopment of the former Polkemmet Colliery site, which has been developed over the last 5 or 6 years without any major problem occurring in the community, and is cleaning up a large brownfield site. Coal has to be part of a balanced energy policy, of course, with gas, hydro. I am very sceptical about nuclear, but we have it and simply can't wish it away. Therefore, we have to look at it in all of our deliberations. And I do have major concerns about fracking and its potential impact on the environment. And, of course, the people have mentioned the carbon capture situation, which, from the UK government's point of view, has been one massive shambles, and we need to get that back on track. My friends at the NUM tell me that the price of coal has dropped by 30%, and this is because of gas coming onto the market from the US now than down the fracking route. People have mentioned ATX, so I won't go over that again. Two final related issues, Presiding Officer, as the situation with the Coalfield Regeneration Trust, which is having its budget cut by 67% by the Scottish Government. The Tory Government in England are cutting it as well, but by 12.5%, and yet there's £1 million being taken out of its budget in Scotland by the Scottish Government, and the Scottish Government have to address this issue, and I hope Mr Ingram and his colleagues will address that. And finally, can I mention the campaign that my colleague David Hamilton and I have been running, seeking a review of the cases of those convicted during the 1984-85 miners' strike. Over 650 people have contacted me about this and have emailed the Cabinet Secretary over the last few weeks. And I think there's a real sense of injustice there, and I will come back to that, hopefully, over the next few weeks and months till we get a result. Thank you.
Many thanks.